Yo, hello everyone, welcome back with me Nelson in this channel, and I'm sorry for past 2 days I haven't uploaded any video, any content to YouTube because I was experiencing a very bad internet issues. I thought today I'm going to record and if possible I will record everything until the end of the game, which is chapter 12, and I'm not gonna immediately upload it to YouTube because the problem is right now in the evening, afternoon through the evening, about 8 p.m. I guess. The problem is the internet line is very bad here. So I don't really know what's going on with the internet actually. I thought it was just a coincidence, but in these 2 weeks I've been experiencing the same internet issues about 10 to 11 a.m. and it continues until about 8 to 9 p.m. something, or sometimes 10 p.m. also the same like yesterday. Yesterday is the worst part where I want to play a game, constant battle at the night, at night. Then the problem was the internet issues went on until 10 p.m. So I couldn't play the game until 10 p.m. Then I gave up. I gave up, and then I just play offline games on my phone until 11. Then I turn in to bed. Well, today I don't know. I've been experiencing the same internet issues since morning, about 9 a.m., 9 to 10 a.m. earlier, when I was fighting in the constant battle. The same thing happened. I always get the warning about the what they call that, internet connection drop, something like that. Well, I'm not gonna immediately upload it to YouTube. I'm going to upload this one tomorrow morning because this is very strange when in the morning about 5 a.m. or 3 to 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., about 7 a.m. something. When in that time range, my internet doesn't seem has any problem. But in the evening, start from 10 o'clock maybe to around 8 p.m., the internet seems very bad. I don't know what's going on. And I'm pretty sure it's not about a high building. I mean, buildings here are very high. Some of them, well, one of them is about 118 levels buildings. Building. So seems like blocking my internet connection, but it doesn't seem like it because you know what? If it does block the internet connection, why does in the morning the internet just fine, but in the evening the problem continues? Well, honestly I don't know. But anyway, let's continue with our game without more chit chat because I know you guys like this game. Even am I. I do like this kind of choice game, text RPG. So yeah, without further ado, let's just dive into chapter 10, which is the third final chapter for this game. I'll try to record everything until chapter 12, but I'm going to upload everything in maybe everything at one time. Maybe tomorrow morning I'm going to finish up this game, this walkthrough, or it might not happen, it won't happen, I don't really know. Well, let's see just how far we can go with this thing. So without further ado, let's dive into chapter 10. So I already slowed down the accessibility volume a bit, and also the speed of the TTS. Well, this is the last part in chapter 9, so let's click on next chapter and we'll go to chapter 10, which is the fight at the museum. You will see what I mean by museum. when we get to it.
Closed off. You stare at the carpet in the middle of the yard. You're the main house. Rachel and James step beside you as you look.
Well,
You're the main house with the zombie exit. More options button.
well, here we are in the chapter 10. Let's go.
With the junkyard closed off, you stare at the carnage in the middle of the yard. A few dozen bodies of the infected lie scattered about, some still twitching or squirming as the virus won't let them rest in peace. A bitter silence hangs across the living. This isn't like a battle on the hill to hill in your home. In your short time here, you build secure and saw the potential to make this more than just a place you happen to find on the road to salvation. Will you ever feel safe again? It's something you'll have to strive for and an everything goal to reach. As you look across the faces of the survivors, you know it's not the time to talk about the future. Now is only a time to mourn. You're the main house. Kevin is kneeling on the ground.
Wait.
Next chapter button.
Wait. Okay. I did not click on that one. Okay. Sorry for that. Okay.
Zombie exodus.
Yeah, well, this is chapter 10.
Everyone was assigned a primary job to do. James assigned you to watch duty.
Yeah, so before entering chapter 10, we will have to perform some tasks here. So I'm going to do my primary task, which is watch duty, and then I'm going to do several things as well. As you can see here at the list, what can I do, what choices that they have here. Oh well, I'm going to do my primary task. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit lazy today. Not lazy, it's just tired because of, I was fighting so badly in the morning in BC with Amir, so now I'm a bit tired of it. But well, let's go.
As the days pass, you perform a variety of tasks around the junkyard. You can choose up to more tasks.
Okay, so I can choose up to 4 tasks, even though James already assigned me to do watch duty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the watch duty first, and then probably go and get some food by fishing, foraging, or gather the edible plants, and also maybe go hunting. Well, we'll see.
Add gasoline to the junkyard's generator. First, you spend time.
Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to add gasoline, or what we in British English they call it petrol, petrol or fuel, whatever you call it. So petrol, fuel, and gasoline. I do believe gasoline is US, kind of US accent, or what else I don't really know. But yeah, in UK we call it petrol, and I don't know where fuel came from which English accent, fuel. Anyway, let's go.
Add gasoline to the junkyard's generator. This does not use one of your 4 tasks.
But this one does not use one of my 4 tasks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add gasoline to the solar panel first. Then I'm going to do my primary task.
Next button. You walk into the garage and add gasoline to the generator, which provides more fuel to power the junkyard.
Yeah.
Next, you spend time capturing zombies. Check radio button.
I'm gonna do watch duty.
Choosing a new place to live in the junkyard. Check radio. Crafting an item. This does not use one of your 4 tasks. Check radio button. Fishing in the lake. Check radio button. Foraging for plants and edibles in the forest. Check radio button. Hunting wild game. Check radio button. Improving and maintaining camp. Check radio. Performing watch duty. Check radio button.
Now let's go and do watch duty.
Next button, zombie exodus. Save to take daily shifts to watch over the junkyard. Mostly to watch out for wild animals and the infected. Come close to camp during your shifts. Next, you spend time capturing zombies. Check radio button.
Well, the second thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to fishing. I think.
Choosing a new place to live in the junkyard. Crafting an item. This does not fishing in the lake. Check radio button.
Yeah, fishing in the lake.
Check hunting. Next button, zombie exodus. Same thing. The crystal blue waters of Sapphire Lake make fishing much easier than other bodies of water. Most of the fish you see are wire catfish, and all of them will bring much needed food to the junkyard. Fishing goes slowly in the early part of the day. After hours of casting your line and trying different baits, you move further down the canyon and find better luck. Over the course of your time on Sapphire Lake, you catch a total of 9 trout, 12 whitefish, and 20 good trout. Cookies.
Pretty cool.
Next, you spend time
Sorry.
capturing zombies. Check radio button.
Oh, the next one I'm gonna do is I think foraging.
Choosing a new place to live. Crafting an item. Foraging for plants and edibles in the forest.
Yeah, foraging for plants in the forest. Yeah, of course in the forest.
Check hunting. Next button, zombie exodus. Safe haven. You set out into the forest directly around camp, moving through the lush woods around the junkyard. With your knowledge of survival, you gather an abundance of things to eat from nature. You pick from a huge patch of dandelions in a sprawling grassland and collect numerous containers of raspberries, gooseberries, and strawberries. You pluck petal and raspberry leaves, and even several types of roots in the carrot family. Mushrooms pose a great danger, as many varieties are poisonous, but you know how to spot one safe for consumption. You also find pine nuts, prickly pears, and wild onions.
Great. So many food there.
Next, you spend time.
Oh well, so the next one, the last task, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do hunting if I can. Well, let's go. Sorry. Here we go. I'm not gonna change my loadout. I'm not gonna change anything. Sorry. Keep wearing. So for the just for the weapon, I think I'm going to use my no, probably just a basic weapon because this is only go hunting, right? Wait, but a second, wait. Yeah, I think I'm going to use my .38 special. Yeah.
It takes 15 minutes to trek through the woods to reach the whitetail. It takes another half hour to harvest 30 pounds of meat, providing a considerable amount of food for the crew.
Great.
Next, you spend time capturing zombies. Check radio.
Oh, we can do another task. Oh yeah, because okay, we only do 3 tasks, right? To get some food. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and capture some zombies.
Next button. You set out on the trip with Rachel and Woody to capture zombies. About a 15-minute walk south leads you to a short road stop where several zombies wander. They appear lethargic and simply stand or through a wide and slow circle. The 3 of you move in quickly and find 2 of them with ropes, and then take great care in removing their hands and teeth. Despite their lack of weaponry, they continue to try to fight you all, but you lead them back to the junkyard without any trouble.
Yep.
Next button.
So next, and here is the report.
As always, Rachel provides a report on the group and the junkyard's progress. I read it. Check radio button.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna read it.
Next button. Nilsson. Assignment. Nilsson. Watch duty Bailey. Mission Billy. Yours Brody. Mission Dante. Scavenging Red. Watch duty. Assignment so far. Number of survivors assigned. Yours 2. Mission 1 foraging 0. Hunting 2. Perimeter alarm setup 0. Scavenging the area 5. Secure perimeter 0. Threat. Level 1 0. Watch duty 7. Unassigned 0.
Okay.
Thank you for performing your assigned task. Everyone has taken notice of your contribution. You open the envelope and look over the report. Review of survivors of Nightfall. Group Cook. Riley. Quartermaster. Arthur. The junkyard's well provided 75 units of water per day for the week. It's refilling slowly now. The water collector provided 75 units.
Okay, great.
Chores. 2 assigned. 2 people don't on chores. We had an adequate number of people assigned to chores. Cleaning the junkyard, doing laundry, and tidying up the waste greatly improved morale. Current free space in the junkyard. 200 space cleared. 0.
Yeah, of course no.
We haven't cleared any space in the junkyard, which is quite concerning. For us to improve our haven, we need to make more space. We should prioritize this in the coming days and weeks.
Yep.
Fishing. 1 assigned. 135 units of food. I would like to see at least 1 more person fishing each day. With the lake so close by, this provides an exceptional opportunity for sustainable food.
Yep.
Hunting. 2 assigned. 248 units of food. That's what I call a proper hunt. We didn't even send out a large number of people, and they brought back a ton of meat. Brilliant. Scavenging. 5 assigned. 176 units of food. Besides the food and some water, scavenging produced the following: 50 feet of rope, 2 lighters, 4 bottles of alcohol, 2 blankets, 5 painkillers, 2 bars of soap, a bottle of antibiotics, 2 bottles of bleach, a clover, a sewing kit, 2 tarps, 5 candy bars, a first aid kit, 3 small straps, a tin of gasoline, a sawed-off shotgun, an R-15 rifle, a trench knife, and a set of footwear.
Okay, great.
This task feels like a success, and we sent enough people out there to search for food and supplies. As the outbreak continues, homes and businesses will be picked through, and it will be harder to scavenge. We might need to prioritize this task the longer you're faced with this outbreak. Watch duty, 7 assigned. We seem to be overdoing it a bit on watch duty. Security is extremely essential, so I understand the desire to assign so many people, but we're already spread so thin.
Actually, yeah, I think the computer leader, which is James, it's not kind of should I say it's not really it don't assign the task according to the person's skill or what else. I don't really know, because I think Rachel's better than James in assigning tasks. Well, it's not my place to complain anyway, so let's just continue here.
Next button.
Click next.
We gain food resources and supplies every day. Things like vitamins and antibiotics and blankets are used by each member of our community as they need them, and items are available. So I will list some of the highlights of the gains and losses.
Yeah.
Junkyard summary. Food previously, 3263 food gained, 639 food used, 660 current, 3242.
Okay.
Water previously, 914 water gained, 555 water used, 315 current, 1154.
Okay, still great.
Power previously, 36 power gained, 25 power used, 20 current, 41.
Okay.
Events and events previous events, 4 previous events, 7 gained events, 0 gained events, 3 1 from watch duty, current events, 4 current events, 10.
Okay.
Morale. Previously, 96. Breakdown of gains, high food supply, high water supply, high power supply, alcohol, antibiotics, bandages, batteries, blankets, bleach, candy, cigarettes, first aid supplies, ointments, painkillers, shampoos, soaps, sodas, tarps, toilet paper, vitamin supplements.
Okay.
Earth, 94. Allegiance. Previously, 92. Breakdown of gains. High food supply, high water supply, survivors equipped with above average firearms. Breakdown of losses, low power supply. Earth, 93.
Okay, great.
Next button.
Let's go next.
Chapter 10 Turning Points Traffic.
Alright, so chapter 10 turning points.
Chapter 10 Turning Points Traffic.
So points, yeah. Wait, let me
Link, scrolling book, characters.
read this one by character because I have to make a title for my video.
Words, chapter 10, turning.
Turning.
Points, points, characters, cap O, capital P, O, I, N, T, S, dark clouds
Yeah,
cover the
turning
Galorian.
points.
Links, chapter 10 Turning Points Traffic.
Well, let's go.
Dark clouds cover the Galorian sky, and light rain falls intermittently over the junkyard. On this particular day, Riley took it upon himself to cook breakfast for the entire group and set up a small buffet table in the garage. It's where you'll find yourself on Sunday morning, 2 weeks after the outbreak began. As you walk to get breakfast, you see Charlie being chased by Billy's dog, Miss Hyde. It's just a playful game, and you spend a few moments watching the two run around the yard. Jane holds a bowl of cold, dry cereal in his hand as you step up to the trays of cooked eggs, breakfast meats, assorted fruit, and a clumpy pile of vegetables and red Riley calls morning mash. Riley is really taking this seriously, you say, picking up a plate. I never thought I'd be looking forward to a bank robber's cooking. Jane walks over to an empty folding table and takes up most of one side. He pushes out a chair for you to sit across from him. You scoop up your breakfast and take a seat with your longtime friend. Other survivors move around in the yard, and you hear the chatter of conversation right outside the open garage door. I checked on Benson this morning. He wanted to know what all the shooting was about. I told him. He didn't say much about it. I don't know if the man is broken or not, but he's definitely not the same one we took from that hilltop. Jamie says. He takes a sip from a cup and wipes his mouth on his bare arm. Kevin said he's going to need help with the gravestone he carved. He took some hubcaps and melded them together. I got to see them, and I gotta say he did a great job. It's talented. I'm glad we picked that spot on the other side of the western wall of the cemetery. It'll keep the graves dry. This rain looks like it's here to stay for a bit. At least it'll cool off this damn heat.
Yep.
As time passes, the rest of your group wanders in and out of the garage, taking plates of food and passing the time with simple conversation. When Kevin comes in, most of the talking goes to whispers. Since you saw him last night, he shaved his head to leave a buzz cut, and a metal bar sticks through his bottom lip off to the left side. He looks at the breakfast table, walks past it, and heads into the office. With the blinds closed, you can't see through the glass. After breakfast, you bring your wind to wash with the bed out into the yard, where work has already begun for the day, just like every day. As you walk to the main gate, a stream carries on the wind that echoes through the camp. Brody, sitting nearby, perks up. A yelp of pain follows soon after, followed by a groan, followed by another yelp. The crunch of dirt behind you indicates someone running up to you. You turn and see Rachel, her submachine gun already slung over her shoulder. You hear it too, she says, raised as a statement, but with the inflection of a question. Brody snaps and brushes off his mask. The sound of the wailing doesn't cease. Even Charlie hears it as his ears are perked, just like Miss Hyde. Someone sounds hurt here, W says. Shouldn't we help them? We have to go help them, Brody says with a serious look on his face. He shifts from foot to foot with the eagerness of a child in a school play. It sounds like they're hurt, and I'm not just going to sit here and listen to someone die.
Well, this is the person who shouting right now is the one of the museum worker, I think, or should I say one of the museum member who will be threatened or who will be shooted by the red biker member club, whatever. So yeah, we have to rescue him. But we are not going to go just 3 of us. I'm going to bring some people with us as well.
Rachel looks at the young man for a moment, and nods and looks at you. The sound will draw attention for miles. One way or another, we've got to deal with it. You look in the direction of the shouting. It's getting louder. Where's James? Asks Brody. No clue, Rachel says. There's no time to look for him if we don't already know where he is. It's your call, Elsa.
Wait. Just give me a few seconds, okay? I have to wipe something from my eyes. It's not really comfortable when this thing disturbs you. Okay. Okay, better. So let's continue.
Alright, let's go. Just the 3 of us. Check radio button.
No, it's not going to be 3 of us.
Alright, Brody, get Lotus, Bailey, and Tommy. Check radio button.
Yeah, let's bring these 3 also, so there's 6 of us.
Contact the group. Option 1 of 4.
You can also choose to grab
Brody and Bailey and Tommy. Check radio button.
only Bailey and Tommy,
Brody, go grab Tommy and you'll go. Check radio
or
button.
only Tommy. I'm going to choose to bring those 3 because they are quite armed, or I can say they are quite good in fighting too. They will surely be helpful in the museum fight. What do I mean by that? You will know later. Let's go.
Next zombie exodus. Save David Webfield. Rachel Dodds. Let's go. You only have a few moments to gather supplies. Primary weapon. .38 special secondary weapon. Springfield rifle.
Right, I'm gonna change my loadout.
I reconsider my primary and secondary. Next button. You select the new main weapon.
As my primary weapon, I'm gonna choose AK-47.
Act 47 assault rifle. Uncheck radio button.
Or should I? Oh yeah. Okay, AK-47.
X button. Zombie Exodus.
And my secondary is Springfield rifle, I think.
Tactics Trench Type. Springfield M19. Springfield M19.
Yeah, Springfield rifle.
X button. Zombie Exodus. You have a suppressor available.
For the suppressor, I'm going to place it on my AK-47.
I place it on my AK-47.
And the scope also same.
I place it on my AK-47.
Yeah, AK-47.
X button. Armor war. Football pads. I wear my football pads. No armor for now. Uncheck radio button.
Let's just keep on the
X button.
armor
Keep on your football pads.
and also the helmet.
Current helmet war. Football helmet. I wear my football helmet. X button. You keep on your football helmet. You currently wear combat uniform.
Yeah, just keep wearing it.
Keep wearing this. Check radio. X button. With everything you need equipped, you and your crew head out through the front gate. Slowly identify the direction of the source of the noise that leads from the front, guiding you around the side of the lake. Dark clouds move overhead, gargantuan and menacing like alien ships. They block out the sun, leaving the earth illuminated only by the flat, gray ambient light that breaks through.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going to rain within the next few minutes, and sure enough, you're right. No sooner has the thought passed your mind, the first raindrops fall, a cold tickle reaches your forehead, and you touch the area. Rainwater. The lake beside you becomes a sea of ripples, and the dish of water falling through the trees echoes throughout the environment. The wave of white noise drowns out the distant streams. The dirt turns to mud below your feet. Clovis, dressed in his white tank top with no jacket to speak of, spreads his arms out, closes his eyes, and raises his head to the sky with his tongue hanging out. Raindrops fall on his face, drenching his hair, and flattening it against his skin. He keeps pace beside the group all the while. What you doing there, Clovis? You asked the soldier. Just making the most of the weather, he says. I needed a shower anyway. Tommy trudges along through the mud. He's wearing a look of ardent determination. His brow has sunken, his eyes so narrowed, his jaw is locked into a scowl, and his shoulders so tensed and curled up beside his head, making him look a bit like a hunchback. You figure his mood will improve once the rain subsides. Haley, unlike the rest of the crew, came prepared with a rain jacket. She tossed the hood over her head and sighs, recalling that you have a waterproof tarp in your inventory. You unzip your bag and pull it out, then drape it around your shoulders, creating an improvised poncho. Rachel doesn't react to the rain. Brody also seems unfazed, despite the water pouring down his face and dribbling off his nose and chin. He stops suddenly, and his eyes fall to the muddy ground. Hold up, he says. Do you guys see this? You lean over his shoulder and notice a trail of footprints headed to the edge of the sandy lake shore, then curving back into the trees. Given the location of the shouting, it looks like these tracks will lead you right to the source. Tracks, you say? Thoughts, Brody. We don't want to lose the trail in this rain, Rachel says. Let's keep moving. The group turns away from the lake and follows the tracks into the tree line. Now mostly sheltered from the bulk of the rain by the thick Colorado woods, you shake the water from your body like a dog. The shout rings out, no more than 50 feet away. This way, Brody falls out. He breaks into a sprint and disappears behind the bushes off to the right. You follow after him. As soon as you get around the bushes, you find yourself digging your heels into the dirt at an abrupt stop. Before you and the others is a shallow ravine, with a creek running through the bottom. Across the ravine, there's a sudden and unanticipated end to the forest of paved road runs parallel to the ravine, and across the road, there's a small building complex, though you can't make out the details through the trees planted on the sidewalks adjacent to the road. Looking back down into the ravine, you spot a man about 10 feet away, sitting upright beside the creek with his legs spread out, facing the water. He appears to be of Hispanic descent and well into his 60s by his thick gray hair. On his thin body, he's wearing an old-fashioned gray suit with a beige red shirt underneath and bow tie. Gray suit pants and business shoes would almost complete the look, but the gray belt with already cradles in his hands really sells it. The man is groaning and folding his knees, and doesn't seem like what's hurting him, though. You suspect he can't bend over far enough to grasp the real source of his pain, which, given the environment and probability that he fell down the ravine, could be his ankles. Hey, old man, Lopez calls out. Brody shoots him a stern look. Don't call him that, he says.
Yeah.
Lopez shrugs, and Brody turns to the fallen man and cups his hands around his mouth like a megaphone. Do you need any help down there, sir? Brody shouts. Don't yell. Do you need any help down there, sir? Brody shouts down to the fallen man. Don't yell, don't yell. The fallen man calls back in a raspy smoker's voice, further marked by his thick accent. I can hear you just fine. Can any of you folks come down here and help me up? I think I sprained my ankles. Before you can respond, Rachel whips around and gestures for everyone to step back from the ravine. With a serious look on her face, she says in a low, harsh whisper, I don't like this. It looks like a trap. We have to help him, Brody says, shaking his head. Look at him, does he look like the kind of person who set a trap? I'm actually with Rachel on this one, Tommy says, drawing eyes. There could be more people you're not seeing. Lopez takes a step toward Rachel. Even if it is a trap, at least we'd be expecting it. I think we should help him. Proposed. He might be able to help us out somehow. Rachel turns to Bailey, who has remained silent throughout the debate. Well, Bailey, do you have anything you'd like to add? Bailey shakes her head. Lopez furrows his brow. You all good, Bailey? It's all right. You can speak your truth. I'm fine, Bailey says, averting her eyes from the man. Bailey bites the side of her lip before answering. I'd like to help him, but now all I can think about is a trap. This is why I don't get paid to make decisions. Rachel turns to you. Well, what do you think? We can't just step back. We might be followed. Let's help the man. It's the right thing to do. Check radio button.
Well, yes, let's help him because it's the right thing to do, right?
Let's help him, but only to find out where his camp is. We might be able to raid it. Check radio button.
I'm not a raider.
Let's help him. He might have supplies to offer us, or we can trade with him. Check radio button.
No, I don't want to trade or something.
Let's dig into ambush position by the ravine. I will go down there and act as bait. Check radio button.
Ambush position? No. This guy is a good guy, I know it. So,
X button.
yeah, let's just help him.
Dig him. X button. Rachel sighs. I don't like this, she says. I don't know, you see, but we can't always assume the worst in people. I will be right back. You step forward, get low on your rear, and slide down the embankment, making sure you don't fall forward, and break your neck. And though you moans in pain, as you get closer, he turns his head toward you, and you see the details of his face, the square build of his jaw, the wrinkled crow's feet around his eyes, his short, stubby nose, and massive jowls. Howdy, he says with a plausible salute. He winces and sets his fedora aside in the dirt. Didn't see the ravine either. Jack Abs and Omega. You don't happen to have crushes on you, do you? That'd make me the luckiest unlucky man alive. You don't spot any weaponry on this person, and his retiree age suggests he wouldn't be much of a challenge in a fist fight against your crew. Looking down at his feet, you see his socks are caked in mud, and both feet of yours stiff. By the looks of it, he indeed has two sprained ankles. He's not walking out of here on his own. You don't spot any weaponry on this person, and I can give you a split at the walking stick. Requires one split and one wooden part. Check radio button.
Well, here we have a few ways that we can help him to get up from this ravine. First of all, we can create a stick by using a splint and one wooden part.
I can give you something for the pain. Requires 2 painkillers, 1 water, check radio button.
We can also give him a painkiller.
I can give you something for the pain. Put your arm around my shoulder. I will get you out of here. Check radio button.
We can tell him to put arm at our shoulder, and then we can bring him out.
Oh, stop whining. You can walk just fine. Check radio button.
No, I'm not gonna say that. Don't be such a rude.
Oh, why should I help you? What's in it for me? Check radio button.
Not gonna be so rude.
Why? Next button.
So, it doesn't matter. How do you want to help him? Because, what I'm going to do is I will create a walking. I will give him a walking stick, and let him go by his own. So let's
Next
go.
button. Really? The map says, thank you so much. Let me introduce you to my friends back at the camp. I will put in a good word for you. Maybe we can organize a trade.
Yeah.
You spent a few minutes smashing the split up to his legs. After helping him up and handing him the walking stick, he seems to be in much better shape. I think I can get out of this ravine, he says. Just catch me if I fall, please. Using his stick for leverage, the man trudges through the trickling stream and up the embankment on the far side. He shivers in the cold of the water, but doesn't stop until he's on even hand once more. It only takes you a moment to follow him, though you take care to jump over the stream rather than shuffle through it.
Yeah.
When you turn around to call out to your companions, you find they've already crossed the stream. Brody is the last to climb up the embankment. I suppose you all want to be seen by camp. Then the man asks, follow me. I will take you to where I'm staying. I'm Gilbert, by the way, but my friends call me Gilbert. He pauses for a reaction. Nobody laughs. He shrugs.
Yeah.
Why are you here, Gilbert? Rachel asks, completely stone-faced. My group sent me to look for supplies, he says, raising an eyebrow in counter-suspicion. Bullshit. You don't have any bags with you, she says. I lost my bags fleeing from the creeps, he says. Not the healthy creeps.
Well, Rachel seems she's not kind of nice to new people, you know. She always think that people are bad and things like that. But not every people is bad, you know. Not every person is bad. You should take that into a consideration, I think.
No, you didn't. The zombies would have followed you, he says. I lost them in the woods, he says. They would have been drawn by your shouts, he says. Look, he says, raising his hands defensively, I'm telling you the truth. Believe me or don't, that's what happened. Maybe the creeps were distracted by someone else. We can play, he said all day long, or I can introduce you to my camp. I'm an honest man. I've never been a liar. I won't stand here and be accused of such a thing. Despite the inconsistencies in the man's story, he seems genuine. Perhaps his unlikely story is just that. Unlikely, but not impossible. I believe you, Brody says. Rachel glares at the young man, but he doesn't waver. Me too, Lopa says. And me, Tommy agrees, raising his hand slightly. Rachel shoots Bailey a cold stare. The young woman shies back a bit, and admits, I actually do too. Rachel's stare turns into a look of it too, Bailey. Lead the way, Gilbert, Rachel sighs. The older man nods. I won't betray your trust. It's this way. He motions for you to walk toward the edge of the trees and over to the street. On the other side of the road, a building with an odd metal dome roof comes into view. A train station of some sort, although smaller than most train stations you'll see. A circular logo encompassing a mountain adorns almost every surface of the building. Ringed around the largest logo, but for all to see in the center of the building's exterior, are the words Harrison Nightfall Regional History Museum Aerial Tram Station. The lights on the station are all on, though you hear no generator none. The main logo glows with neon light, and security cameras whir from side to side on the building's corners. This is where you're staying, you ask the man. No, he says, but the tram will take us there. It's a couple miles away.
Yep.
You blinked at him a few times. What, are you new to the area? He asks with a smile. Everybody knows about the Harrison Nightfall Regional History Museum. I don't check out museums outside of Nightfall very often, you tell him. I used to pass it all the time on my routes, Gilbert said. You were a driver, you asked? Driving instructor. I work with the Colorado DMV part-time, sitting in on driver's license road tests, and during the summers I also worked as an instructor for driving classes for youngsters. Part of the DMV route had us passing the Regional History Museum. I went there fairly often too. It's how I ended up staying there. Gilbert jibs uncomfortably and rolls his shoulders back. He winces and teeters from foot to foot, but this only causes him to wince more. What's the hold-up? Are we going or not? Lopez asks, more jittery and eager than frustrated. Jill, Tommy says, standing next to Lopez with a slight smile in the corner of his mouth. Lopez mirrors the smile. The two men step closer and kiss. I didn't know, Brody starts to say, but goes quiet. Bailey gives him a playful shove, and he turns around and pinches her ribs. She moans and folds her side, and when he steps closer, she pouts. He wraps his arms around her waist, but she pulls away bashfully. Not now, she says, and flashes a smile at him. Your crew crosses the street with Gilbert. Just outside the train station stands a wall at least 10 feet high with photos, and papers and pieces of cardboard all stuck to it in a random collage. The banner on the top reads Memorial for the Dead. You move closer to investigate and see the images, and names of those who have passed from the infection, or have been lost in the chaos of the outbreak. Simple names like Sam, and those more normal like Sean Dempsey and Brandon C. Gamemore. Some have posted nicknames, such as Stacks. You scan the photos and the names, thinking you may know someone on the list. No one sounds familiar. The front doors to the train station are much, you say? His expression hardens. It's not relevant, she said. Hopefully, he wouldn't be so callous if something happened to Charlie. Let's not think about that now. Inside the building, a ticket counter is positioned in one corner, blocked off by glass. Other than that, all that's here are the wooden benches, the tram bay, and the aerial tram, held aloft by steel cables. The cables head off to the far end of the building, and out of the building's absent fourth wall. It's through this missing wall that you realize the building sits atop a large hill. Outside, over a hillside of pines, the cables disappear into the midst of the coming storm, and whatever lies below. The tram itself is more modern in design, sleek and metallic, yet painted a noxious lime green, and marked with advertisements for various law firms, talent agencies, cellular providers, and colleges. It's no more than a single segment, and probably fits 30 people at most. Brody marvels at the ceiling lights. Not so long ago, such a sight would be hilarious. How are you still working? Brody asks without taking his eyes off the lights. Gilbert smiles and shrugs. Oh no, you have to ask checkers. Who's checkers? Rachel asks. I used to be pretty good at checkers, Lopez says, though nobody pays him any mind. He's the only security guard at the museum that earned his paycheck, Gilbert says. All the others ditched the moment the creeps showed up. Checkers, I wouldn't be talking to you today if he hadn't stuck around. Gilbert gestures to the tram. Come on, I didn't learn how to operate this darn thing for nothing. Hop on in, and we'll take it for a spin. Your crew miles into the open tram doors, and Gilbert is the last to follow. I thank my late son Harold for looking out for me in these troubled times, Gilbert says, because at least the tram doesn't have a gas pedal. Silence. Gilbert sighs. Because of my weed, people. Come on, I've never even had a son, but that was funny. Anywho, he takes a seat up front by the operating panel.
Well, whatever.
Aluminum benches line the edge of the tram car, with large glass windows behind them. A few poles rise from the floor to the ceiling in the center line of the tram car. Rachel remains standing, and holds onto one of the poles. Haley stands with her. Lopez stretches out and lies down over multiple bench seats in the back of the tram car. He yawns and scratches his neck, then winces as his overgrown nails scrape over his Adam's apple. He rubs his neck, to ease the pain and stops itching it. Brody sits in one of the metal chairs on the side of the tram car, and bends over to tie his beavers. Tommy sits down next to the young man, and checks over his assault rifle. You say the seat opposite Brody, but keep your eyes on Gilbert. With the push of the throttle and the sound of machinery, the tram car lurches onward, swinging slightly forward and back again. Rachel sways but maintains her footing. The tram moves slowly but smoothly, gliding under the cables, as if floating on air. Next button. Next button. Behind you, the station disappears into the fog, and you'll find yourself in what could only be described as a lava cramped rail. Beyond the tram car on all sides, the rain and fog clouds everything. There are no sights to see. Large, dark, spiky shapes loom in the fog and feet above and opaque. Clouded plain below the tram car, the tips of trees. Everything outside is shaded in the dark, foreboding, with gray that fades off into the unseen. Holy cow, look at this weather, Brody says, gazing out the window. Gilbert nods but keeps his eyes ahead. So much for April showers bring May flowers. The fog itself erupts into a flash of bright white light. Thunder bashes your senses with a near-splitting explosion, and the metal of the tram car rattles violently. The tram car itself sways from side to side. Brody jumps in his seat. By grabbing onto your own seat for support, you just barely manage not to tumble off. Rachel stumbles and falls into the seat next to you. Haley somehow remains standing. Her dimpled cheeks go rosy, and she exchanges a laugh of relief with Rachel. Tommy, on the other hand, doesn't seem to be relieved, and shields his face with his leather jacket. His rifle lies on the seat next to him unattended, and his upper body shivers. Meanwhile, Lopez's story, really, good for him. As soon as the thunder fades into its final echo across the mountains, the rain comes down harder, pouring onto every surface in a sideways slant with heavy, globulous droplets. On the metal surface of the tram car, the sound is so loud that it might as well be drums. That was close, Gilbert says. Hey, at least lightning never strikes twice, right? Don't you dare tempt fate, Tommy shouts, his voice cracking at every word. The rain continues to pour and goes as the tram trudges on. Within 15 minutes, the earth comes back into view. No longer are you surrounded by pine trees. Instead, you'll find yourself descending toward a shopping center, complete with two major department stores, one of which is completely burned to ashes. On the opposite side of the vacant parking lot from the department stores, there lies a massive high-end museum. Beautiful marble columns give the building an ancient Greek-style look, but you know it's artificial. A tram station beside the building indicates a coming end to your journey. Someone appears to exit one of the many doors in the entrance to the museum building and stare up at the tram, though you can't make out any specific features from this distance. The tram swoops down upon the station, then comes to a stop under its metal roof. Tommy still hasn't peered out over his leather jacket. Brody places a hand on his shoulder. Tentatively, Tommy lowers his leather jacket and looks around, then brushes Brody's hand away, which seems to offend him a bit. Rachel rolls her eyes. I guess I'll wake up Lopez, she says. Thank you for quiet air, Gilbert, today, Gilbert says. Now get the hell off. I'm just kidding. Let me get the door for you. The metal doors slide open, and Gilbert stands and waddles through them.
Haha.
A innocent man in a dark blue security guard uniform steps into view just outside the tram door. In his hands, he carries a militaristic-looking wooden metal rifle. Is it an SKS carbine, you wonder? Those are all that common in the States, but it's an incredibly accurate mid-range weapon. He has short, curly, chestnut auburn hair and thick, puffy stubble to match. Oxy glasses rest upon his nose, and his mouth seems too large for his face. From the look of him, he might be around 25 or so, though if he isn't aging well. For all you know, he could be in his mid-30s. It's cool to see new faces around here, he says in a bit, slightly raspy voice. I see you haven't shot Bill Man in the face here, so thanks for that. Gilbert smiles. Hello, checkers. I introduce you to these strangers, but I'm pretty sure I sprained both ankles, and I desperately need to lie down. Checkers supports Gilbert's arm and pats the old man on the back. You're all good, Bill Man. I'll take it from here. There's a sort of ominous gift to his voice, an inflection that implies energy but not hyperactivity, like a summer camp counselor. Gilbert nods to Checkers and takes a few steps over to the museum entrance, when Checkers turns to face him again. Hold on, before you head inside, did you find any food? Percy's all on my case about our stock. I found plenty, Gilbert says, smiling. Fantastic, Bill Man. Checkers peeks around the tram car and furrows his brow. Where's it at? Somewhere in the middle of the forest by the tram station. You have the creeps to thank for that. Gilbert whirls around and resumes his shuffle toward the building entrance. Checkers sighs and turns to face your crew. I would say it to our cook, hold off on the big lunch. But no, the group voted that we indulge ourselves. It's all good until we starve to death. You feel me? He chuckles and lowers the rifle. Sorry about the gun. I didn't know if you guys had a knife to Bill Man's coat or what. Why don't you come inside? Like I said, we're indulging ourselves tonight. Plus, it would suck to be stuck out in this storm. So that's it? Rachel asks. You just invite us in for food? No strings attached? A look of confusion Confusion washes over Checker's face. What are you talking about? Spriggs. Bill didn't raise any red flags about you. No argument there. Checker seems like an honest guy. You glance at Rachel out of the corner of your eye. She shakes her head, so slightly that it's almost imperceptible. Turning back to Checkers, you reply. We'd love to join you for lunch. I appreciate the offer. Check radio button.
Yeah, of course I appreciate the offer.
We'll join you for a bit. What's inside? We'll rob them. Check radio button.
No, I'm not gonna rob these museum survivors.
We'll join you for a bit. I don't trust him, but want to find out more. Check radio button.
I do trust him because they are victims also of the Red Biker Member Club, whatever you call it.
We'll join you for a bit. I don't trust him, but want to find out more.
Because I always, because I always forgot. I always forget the Red Member Biker Club or Red Biker Member Club, whatever. Because it's kind of hard to pronounce.
We'd love to join you for lunch. I'm not entirely sure I trust them, but I'm open to the verdict I trust. Check radio button.
Well, let's just go with appreciation. I appreciate this offer, of course. Let's go.
Next button, zombie exodus. Save him. Fantastic. Checkers claps his hands together. Come on in. I will give you the grand tour. You follow Checkers between the marble columns out front and up to the center pair of swinging glass double doors at the museum's entrance. The doors have all been covered with some sort of pink, spongy, cotton candy-like material. It appears to be fiberglass, the kind used in home insulation. Clever. Its sound public properties both have helped to conceal the museum survivor's presence. Now Checkers starts, stopping suddenly and turning back to face your crew. I need you all to be aware. We have a combat veteran in our camp who has some I don't know what you call them. Pressure points, buttons, triggers. Just don't set him off, is all I'm saying. Other than that, just be cool. I'm sure everyone will love getting to know you. Somehow I doubt that. Tommy mutters under his breath. Checkers removes a key from his pocket, unlocks the front doors, and pushes them both open. You follow them into a massive lobby. On either side, wide marble staircases lead to a second floor, then a third farther up. On the left wall are doors leading to the bathrooms, and further away, a pair of elevators. On the right wall, ticket counter stand card. On the far wall, way back between the staircases, the lobby gives way to a food court. But the most impressive sight is the tried and true museum cliché of a skeletal Tyrannosaurus Rex displayed on the raised pedestal in the center of the lobby, with a stone flanked by its enormous clawed toe fossils. Meet Frank, Checker says, gesturing up at the dinosaur. He's the museum mascot. Besides the mountain on the logo, of course. He's our most popular attraction. One of the first Tyrannosaurus Rex fossils unearthed in the United States. Believe it or believe it. Look, don't touch. Haley marvels up at the dinosaur, her mouth held open and back arched to stare up at it fully. Clovis grins. Imagine making armor out of that. Checkers laughs. We would, but those fossils are not only extremely heavy but super brittle. They wouldn't absorb a whole lot of damage before falling apart. Plus, we don't have any builders among us. I wouldn't know where to start. When I was little, I wanted to grow up to be a dinosaur, Haley says in a hushed voice, almost like a confession. Her cheeks flush red. I was devastated when my dad said that was impossible, but that's nothing compared to when these holy dinosaurs were extinct, and ruined the rest of my kindergarten year.
Huh.
What kind of dad would tell their daughter they can't become a dinosaur? Checker says an announcement volume, butting in on the conversation for the whole group to hear. As everyone turns to Haley, she recoils. Mine, she says and lowers her gaze away from the group. Wait, Rachel says, you Americans think dinosaurs are real? Everyone turns and shoots her a stupid like look. She raises her hands up to 10 times. I'm kidding. The one time I cracked a joke. I thought this was a local history museum, you say? Are dinosaurs local history? Checkers laughs. This place was a natural history museum a long time ago. Frank was by far our most popular attraction, and when we shifted to just local history, visitors put together a petition to keep them here. The people have spoken. Next button.
Right. So, sorry guys, I think I have to go to toilet first. So I'm gonna pause the recording and I'll come back just a few seconds.
Stop. Pause.
Because I need to take a break. I think, I feel uncomfortably sleepy and maybe a bit of, I don't know, maybe there's some dirt at my eyes, so I have to clean that up first. I'm gonna pause and I'll try to change my tone from being tired to maybe more energetic after this. We'll try. So I will come back just in a few seconds. Alright everyone, I'm come back. Right now I'm back. So yeah, everything seems perfect and I think I'm not sleepy anymore. And I feel maybe a bit energetic than before. So I've been stopped for about 5 minutes, but maybe it's only 5 seconds for you because I paused, right? So yeah, let's just continue with the game here. I'm gonna click next since I already read through this paragraph, right? So let's continue. Next.
Checkers maneuvers around the dinosaur and towards the food court. I'm sure you won't see the bathrooms over there, he says. A W maker directed at the bathroom doors. The second floor is our permanent collection. That's where you'll find all the standard exhibits. Third floor is the rotating exhibit, whatever's coming through town at the time. We also have an IMAX theater up there in our employee rooms. It would be super cool of you guys if you don't go up to the third floor. That's where we sleep. Second floor is mine. Just stay square with one of us. The food court over here is where we hang out most of the time. Audrey, TTM 65, 70. Audrey, how many of you are there? Rachel asks. 6, Checker says. And guys. Lost a kid day before yesterday, so keep in mind that not everyone is over it. Don't ask anyone else about it. If you've got questions in general, you can direct them all to me. Rachel shoots you another concerned look. You wave her over to you. What is it, you whisper? Nothing, she whispers back. Forget it. Now remember, Checker says, we have cameras all over. The museum's on the private power grid, so don't even think about going somewhere you're not supposed to. That's not a threat, that's just a friendly warning. We aren't looking for trouble. That's good to hear, you say, but then why take the risk with us? Checker speaks over his shoulder as he remains facing the food court. If you're implying that you're in trouble, I'd argue that we've already been more than hospitable for you. There's no need for any of that here. You guys are the first we run into since the outbreak. Every single one of us thought we were the last healthy souls in Colorado. How would we not invite you in?
Yeah.
The lobby gives way to the food court. The room is the size of a school cafeteria and wider than a steel. The left wall hosts the main kitchen area. Dozens of indoor picnic tables, rectangular tables with a bench welded up to each of the two long sides, have been pushed up against a set of metal double doors on the room's right wall. 4 of the picnic tables have been pushed together to create one long table from left to right in the center of the wide open food court.
Well, basically, in this chapter 10, you do not encounter any zombies or any infected people. Okay, so keep that in mind. You're not going to encounter any zombies or any infected people. Only in chapter 11 you'll encounter those, but just a tiny amount, about 2 or 3 zombies, if I'm not mistaken. Well, in chapter 12 you will have to deal with a horde of infected at the Silverton, Malaysia. But then I'm going to turn I'm going to turn around. I'm going to fight the Silverton, Malaysia. I will bring a large number of shooter, kind of great shooter, to take them out. Oh well, let's continue.
On the kitchen wall, off the both the left and right, empty restaurant counters and mini kitchens,
Sorry.
strips of anything of use. It appears all of the cooking supplies have been moved to the larger kitchen on the left wall. The bar wall, which is made up of 2 rows of windows, catches your eye. While the lower set of windows, the ones that form the bed height, have been blocked off with that same thick fiber. The upper row of windows, which is well above bed height, have not been blocked off, thus allowing light from outside. One window there is in the storm, at least before it. Instead, a closed line runs from the left wall to the right wall in front of the upper windows, and close both west and right angles of the wire. The step ladder leading against the bar wall must be how they hang everything up. The clothing parades a variety of mismatched styles, but there handles an unusual amount of leather articles along the line. One leather jacket has a logo written on it with the letters RMDC embossed in red. Off to the right of the entryway, the menu at the long table, a slender woman in yoga pants is leaning against the stretch on the floor. What are those people doing? Brody asks Checkers.
Excuse me.
Yoga, Checkers says.
I don't think I'm feeling well today, but well, whatever.
Yoga's the best, Bailey says. But isn't there work to be done? Checkers observes the confusion on your crew's faces. It's not like we have a whole lot to do around here. The windows are boarded up. We've scavenged just about everything from the nearby stores. All we need is food, but nobody's going to wander around looking for it in a storm like this. So what better way to stay entertained and visit yoga? We've got a yoga instructor among us, after all. You said there were 6 of you, Rachel said. There's 2 there, you and Gilbert. Where are the fifth and sixth? Usually Percy, our cook, participates in yoga hours, but he might be in the kitchen. It's lunchtime early today. He's not good with strangers. And the last, Rachel asks. I'm not sure, Checker says. He hangs around here sometimes, but he could be anywhere in the museum, frankly. Don't be surprised if he never shows his face. Percy might not be a talker, but Cruz is outright antisocial. And usually Percy, our cook, participates in yoga hours, but he might be in the kitchen. It's lunchtime early today. And Cruz? Sounds like quite a bunch of characters you have here, Rachel remarks, looking at Checker from the corner of her eye. I'll take that as a compliment, he says, brushing off the comment. Anywho, let's get you all introduced. He steps over to the 2 stretching women. Sorry to interrupt, ladies, but we've got company for the evening. I'll take that as a compliment, he said. Your crew introduces themselves one by one. You're the last. Nelson, you don't say. We don't use it. Her gaze lingers on you for a moment, and she smiles. She turns abruptly to the young woman and performs yoga with her. You haven't introduced yourself, have you? Oh, no worries. MRS. Galloway, the young woman says in a charmingly nasally, almost artificially high-pitched voice. I didn't want to interrupt. Her voice is so unbelievably high-pitched. For a moment, you aren't sure if it's her real voice or not.
Lena Galloway.
Hi, I'm Mel, she says. Nelson, good to meet you. Mel is wearing the work outfit with the museum logo across its chest. Her vibrant purple hair hangs off one side of her head and rests upon her shoulder. The other half of her head has been completely shaved clean. She bears soft, flat facial features, and random dots of acne spread across her face and neck. She can't be older than 15 or 16. When you guessed purple wasn't her natural hair color, now you have confirmation in the form of her thin, black eyebrows. She sips from wonderful with all the energy of too many cups of coffee. As soon as you stop making eye contact with her, Rachel Mayford Brody steps down inside his imaginary personal space bubble. She strikes up a garbled, rambling conversation with them from which he cannot escape, and the 2 break from the group and walk over to the large table. For a moment, Brody turns his head back to Bailey. His eyes say healthy, but it's a lost cause. Bailey glares at Mel like she wants to run over and shove her. Rachel and Lena strike up a conversation a few feet away. You all can get settled in and wait for lunch, if you'd like. Checker says, I'm gonna check with Percy how mom will be. I'd like to meet Percy, I say. Check radio button. I'd like to meet Percy, I say.
No, I'm not gonna meet Percy because he's the museum cook, right? I'm not gonna do that. Let's just sit.
I stand by while Checker talks to the cook. Check radio button.
I can stand by.
I listen in on Rachel and Lena's conversation while I wait. Check radio button.
I can listen to Lena and Rachel conversation while I wait.
Next button.
Well, let's just listen to their conversation. Why not?
I didn't check. Next button. You listen in on Rachel's conversation with Lena.
Yep.
Checker's an interesting fellow, Rachel said, smiling widely. He rarely smiles like that. He nods. Yes. Mel was secure here. No, he keeps his face running. Kind enough to let me stay. Rachel looks around. Have you had other visitors here? Of course. We've been getting a lot of traffic since the sickness started spreading. And not all the friendly kind, either. The sounds of the kitchen door swinging open cuts the conversation off. Checker steps back into the food court. All right, everyone, Checkers announces. Take your seats at the table. Lunch is on its way.
Okay, great.
Footsteps echo over the cold tile floor. You look for the source and spot Gilbert shuffling into the food court unaided. Checkers doesn't hesitate to rush over to him and offer assistance. Gilbert accepts the help, and Checkers guides the gentleman to the table. You take a seat between Wheaton and Bell. Opposite you, Checkers sits beside Gilbert. Your group sits off to the right on either side of the table. As Cody sits, Bell goes for the seat next to him. Haley shoots it faster, and Tim bumps her out of the way. Bell moves down 2 seats. Percy enters the food court carrying 2 silver platters, one adorned with at least a dozen cheeseburgers, the other with hot dogs carefully nestled in the buns. An image of Jane with wacky burgers pops into your head. You smile at the thought of a number 2 combo sitting in front of him, a triple-decker cheeseburger with fries and a strawberry shake. Man, he loves his cheeseburgers.
Thì đó có thì có đồ PI đó mấy gì có đồ quy lòng có đồ bệnh hơi cái đó cái sạc máy nó có thì có đồ
Hay đó tại ba hoa sầm bá hay sầm bá
thấy cái bài có
tôi thì có đồ á
có từ giờ làm
mà tôi sẽ
anh nè thì Âu Châu ở đây là bài cậu rồi nhỉ đó
There's plenty of food to go around. I recommend the hot dogs, my favorite. Though Percy thinks his burgers are the best. He unwraps Delaware from a white napkin and sets it down. The top of the spoon has a heavily engraved in the middle. Easy looking. Holds up the utensil and says, a gift from my parents on the trip to Disneyland one year. I don't have a lot to remember by. Crazy that such a thing is my most prized possession.
thì cái đi cái đồ bánh này
Rosie
bánh
reaches
này
out
đi
and
bao
grabs the
nhiêu
hot
là
dog
mấy
with respect to the platter. Reluctantly, Rachel reaches out for a cheeseburger. Got any mayonnaise?
đó thì cũng nghe
Checkers looks surprised.
mày đấy đi rồi
He
nghe
lifts the top
cả
button, points to the burger patty.
ở nhà sẵn nó đây phá nghỉ rồi chụp cũng cầm siêu ấy cái nhà phá
The
nghỉ
group members dig in, all except Percy, who sits off to the left and stares at you, his gaze unwavering and unblinking. By the smell of the food, the museum group members dig in, all except Percy, who sits by the smell of the food, you glance at either
xanh
burgers
có
or the hot dogs
cái
of
ngón
its
tay
life, or
nó
otherwise
luôn
taken
cho nó
in any
cũng
way.
xài
What
phá
is
thì
the
cái
food?
dầu nó dễ thì còn
Grab a hot dog.
cái ảnh
Check
dòng
Rachel,
như
but
vậy đó siêu
Oh, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab a hot dog. I'm going to eat a hot dog by myself, and then I'm going to save the other cheeseburger for Jane because he likes cheeseburger, right? So I'm going to save one for him. Well, let's see.
Grab a hot dog. Grab a cheeseburger. Check Rachel, but grab a hot dog for myself and a cheeseburger to bring to Jane. Check Rachel, but
Yep, this is the option.
option 1. Grab a cheeseburger for myself and another to bring to Jane. Check Rachel, but
I don't usually eat cheeseburger, though in real life I do like cheeseburger. Though I rarely eat cheeseburger, I usually eat just the regular burger one. That I don't know if this company even available in your country. Burger King, which is a regular burger. The chicken one or the fish and chip. Yeah, that kind of burger. Yeah, that is my favorite also. Especially chicken burgers. Like you have red wine sauce, or they call what they call it as tomato sauce, anything like that. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Or sometimes vegetables. I do like it. It's very nice. Cheeseburger, personally, not too much. I'm not a fan of cheese, I do like, meats, like fish, chicken, beef, or sometimes lamb, ducks. What else do we eat? I don't know if you do eat rabbits, but I don't. I've never eat a rabbit actually, so
grab a cheeseburger for myself and another. Grab a hot dog for myself and a cheeseburger to bring to Jane. Check Rachel.
yeah, hot dog for myself and cheeseburger for Jane. Let's go.
Next button. You pick up a steaming hot dog and warm bun and add your favorite condiments. Checkers watches your hand reach for an extra burger. You grab one, wrap it up in some spare tinfoil, and place it in your bag for Jane.
Yeah.
The bubble crash echoes from above. Everyone stops eating everyone except Checkers. There goes Cruz again, he said, probably having another episode.
Yeah.
Should I go check? Asks Mel. Oh, Checkers says, waving the idea away. Let's respect our guests. I will go check on them after lunch. He bites into a hot dog and chews it with wide, circular jaw movements. Mel turns her gaze downward, making it too difficult for you to read her expression. Lena taps the table with an elongated index finger nail and shifts in her seat. These hot dogs are great, Brody says. A chunk of half-chewed hot dog still in his mouth. He places one in Bailey's plate, and she smiles at him. Where have you learned to cook, Percy? It's only now that Percy breaks his stare from you and faces Brody. My brother, Percy says in baritone. Then I attended culinary school. Well, you were paid off, Brody says, taking another bite. Percy cuts through both lips, as if to say no, it didn't, then reaches out to the burger platter. With a callous hand, he grabs a burger and sinks his teeth into it. Focus Data could get you mine.
Yeah.
I see, Rachel says. Picking breadcrumbs off a burger bun. She asks, Lena was just telling me about all the traffic that's been coming through here. Has she? Checker says, licking mustard off the side of his bun. She has, Rachel says, which I thought was strange, since I seem to recall you saying you're the first strangers you've encountered since the outbreak. I believe you're confused. Checkers puts his half-eaten hot dog down. I never said anything to that effect. I'm confused, am I? A sardonic grin spreads across Rachel's lips. She shakes her head and looks down at her food. Well then, I suppose I am. My apologies.
Oh wow.
You're forgiven, Checker says. He avoids eye contact with Lena, who appears to be the most confused of all.
Ah.
You count the seconds of silence in your head. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're off, Haley says. All eyes turn to the tiny woman at the end of the table. She looks around and shrinks a little in her chair, then takes a deep breath and straightens her posture. You did say we were the first strangers to come to the museum. Not only that, you said your whole group thought you were the last healthy people in Colorado. You said so a few minutes after you butted into my private conversation with Nelson. That's what you said. We bring you into our home, and you accuse me of lying? Checker says with a growl, his tone growing angrier with each passing second.
Right. Okay, now I see where is the Discord. I mean not that application Discord. I mean, where is this whole misunderstanding started? So actually, we accuse this checker to be a liar. Okay, now I see. Well, okay, now now I get it. When I play through, the full game, now I understand where is this misunderstanding came from. So actually, it's not only we are going to fight the red member biker club, but Rachel seems has some misunderstanding with Checker also. So Checker will be also one of the museum survivor that we being forced to kill, because he's a liar. But I don't really get the idea how does this whole misunderstanding happen. But right now I think I get it, because okay, everything just came from a simple conversation, and the whole misunderstanding bring to a war, a war between a small war actually between our group and the museum survivors. And then when the red member biker club comes, we could help them. We could turn and we could turn point, and we can help them. I think that is the whole idea of this chapter. I mean, the title of the chapter already represent the action that going to be taken.
Rachel smiles at him and slides her hand close to his. We must have misunderstood. Not a big deal if you said it or not.
Oh well.
Checker stares at him for several moments and then shrugs. Perhaps I did. I could have misspoken. If that's the case, sorry, but it's nothing to freak out over.
Yeah.
Lomas wipes aside the two half buns left on the table before him. He turns to you and bows quite able, then shifts his eyes back to Checkers. What's he trying to convey? Rachel turns her head toward Brody, but the young man is unresponsive. Then she turns to you. Everything in her expression conveys alarm. A heavy flap of thunder spreads through the top of the museum cafeteria. Checkers narrows his eyes. Lunch is over, he says simply. Melissa, show our guests some room for them to rest. Anywhere on the second floor will do. Mel raises a finger. Buzz. Melissa, he interrupts, putting a heavy emphasis on the name, before taking on the calmer tone. It's the hospitable thing to do. That's quite all right, Rachel says. I think we'll be going. She stands up and brushes the crumbs off her pant legs, then turns to you. Right. Oh, don't feel like you have to go, Checkers reassures Rachel, by rising the meter. The storm has picked up, so it's not safe to travel. I don't know when it'll pass, but you're welcome to stay the night. I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing our guests are out with the creeps in the storm at night. You can rest here until morning, I insist. Though nearly half of the burgers and hot dogs remain untouched, Percy stands and swipes the platters away, then walks back to the kitchen. Checkers motions to Mel, and she stands, so you rise to your feet at the same time. Gilbert and Lena remain seated. Come on up with me, Mel says. The second floor exhibit spaces are open for all of you. By this point, every member of your crew, save for Brody, is standing. Mel holds out a hand to Brody, then opens them off the bench.
Well, actually, her name is Mel, but I don't know why this checker call her Melissa. Well, whatever.
He's more than capable of standing on his own, Haley says and steps in front of her.
Oh well.
I know, Mel stammers. It's okay, Haley. She's just friendly, Brody says. If you insist on us staying here, Rachel says, then I insist we help clean up. You catch her eyes darting around the room as the museum group considers her offer. Checker sighs but accepts. When all is said, and that everyone's duties have been assigned, it's only you and Brody following Mel up to your living quarters for the night. Because Brody feared Haley may cause a fight, she reluctantly stayed with Rachel. You walk with Mel and Brody out of the food court and up the vast marble staircase. Your footsteps echo through the lobby. Climbing the stairs alongside her, you ask, what did everyone here used to do for a living? Check radio button.
Well, let's just ask all these questions except for do you have any visitors around? So I'm not gonna ask that one, because that will just broke our relationship with the museum survivors. I've tried that before. So yeah, here we go. We're gonna ask every single question here.
Next button, a bunch of us work here, she says. I've been a tour guide since winter break. Checkers is the head of security, and Percy's a line cook at the museum cafe.
Yeah.
So you were all here when the outbreak took place. Brody asks. Mel nods her head. Gilbert was a driving instructor, I think. Checkers found him asleep on the bench on the third floor after the evacuation, right before Percy called his family and they came to stay with us. Where's Percy's family now? Brody asks. Mel's face falls, and her lower lip curls downward. Hey, they died, she says. I'm sorry, Brody says. I didn't mean to. You didn't do anything wrong, Mel says. Perking up. Let's just move on. There's Cruz. Mel's face. I'm sorry. You didn't do anything wrong, Mel says. I'm a veteran, you see. How old is he? I can tell you which conflict he likely served in. Mel shrugs. No idea. You can barely even see his face behind his beard. I hope we get to meet him, Brody says. You probably won't, so it doesn't matter. She shrugs. Lena's pretty cool. Super smart. She's a yoga instructor, a botanist, scientist, all this cool stuff. It's subtle, but Mel's breathing is going deeper, a bit more rapid. Next, you ask. Where's Cruz? Check radio button.
Let's just ask where's Cruz.
But Mel lets the questions in for a moment before answering. She doesn't make eye contact with either of you. Upstairs, I think. I know that. Is there any reason why nobody's giving a straight answer for that? I don't think so, she says, still avoiding eye contact. Mel clears her throat. Something has her on edge. Next, you ask. Why does Checkers call you Melissa instead of Mel? Check radio button.
Yeah, pretty much.
Next button, Mel rolls her head from side to side. It's as she hesitates. So, sort of, I think. I go by Mel, but my name tags as Melissa, and Checkers just never stop calling me that. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Both names sound nice, Brody says. Mel blushes. She playfully bumps into Brody. Mel's eyes start from side to side. A lump forms in her throat. She must be hiding something. Next, you ask. What are those hyper jackets doing on the clothesline? Check radio button. What have there been visitors or haven't there? Check radio button.
Visitors, I'm not gonna ask this one.
What are those hyper jackets doing on the clothesline?
Yeah, biker jackets.
Next button. Oh, those. I think we found those, she says. Where, you ask? I'd like to find one for myself. Oh, Mel trails off. Some store, I think. I don't know. A bead of sweat rolls down Mel's forehead. You're getting to her now. Next, you ask. Have there been visitors or haven't there? And where do you get all the power for this museum with the tram? Check radio button.
Oh yeah. This power also, I'm not gonna ask. Because this will ruin our relationship, I think.
Well, if my friend said I were in danger, you tell us, right? Check radio button.
I'm not gonna ask this one also, I think. Because I haven't asked so many questions in this state, I mean, here. So,
Nothing. I'm done talking. Check radio button.
I think, yeah, I'm done talking for now.
Okay. Next button. Thanks for showing us around, you say to Mel. Turning to face her, you see she wringing her hands and chewing the side of her mouth. Are you okay, you ask her? I'm fine, she says and puts on a smile. Let's go on. Next button.
Well, here we go. The fight is begin.
At the top of the first marble
I
staircase,
think.
the museum splits into three directions, a large exhibit room to either side, and one up ahead, the floor above the food court. You follow Mel's lead into the room on the left, a room which appears to exhibit Colorado's pre-1900s history. Native American artifacts sit in glass display cases, patterned quilts pinned to the walls call out in faded colors, and a mannequin in an old trapper's uniform poses gallantly beside his tools. Woody would love this place. The freshly vacuumed carpeted floor will make a fine sleeping spot for the night. I don't think anyone will care if you take down those quilts, Mel says. We have so many of them in storage, we couldn't possibly run out. We keep them clean, so don't worry about bed bugs. You, Mel, and Brody spent a couple of minutes pulling down the quilts and making a series of makeshift beds on the carpeted floor. All in all, you suspect it'll be a very itchy night. Wrapped up and ready to head downstairs to meet back up with Rachel, you turn toward the entrance to the room. There, standing in the doorway, is a pale man with deep, sunken brown eyes. Gray backs hang below them, pointing at their vertex towards the scrubby, oversized brown beard to match the long hair on his head. He's wearing a combat uniform straight out of a World War I documentary, with the shirt unbuttoned to reveal a chest completely concealed under a thick layer of hairs. His wrinkled fists appear dark and purple, maybe bruised or stabbed, and his veins bulge from his skin. The rifle of some sort slung behind his back completes the look. The man smiles, revealing crooked, cracked, yellowing teeth. I thought I heard something, he says, stepping closer to you. You instinctively take a step back. By the sound of his voice, if this man had an accent, you'd say he's related to Benton. The chilling quality of his pitch, the snag of saliva in his cheeks, when he opens his mouth, and the way his sounds roll off his lips like a snake, all that cold tickles fluttering down your back. Why didn't anyone tell me we had tests? Mel steps into your line of sight, between you and the man. Hey, Cruz. Hey, Mel, he says, smiling lighter at the young woman, and then at you with wide eyes. Who are these people? Mrs. Nilsson, and that's Brody, she says, gesturing to the both of you. There's some more downstairs, if you want to say hi. Oh, I should be getting back to my business, Cruz says. I just wanted to see who or what was causing all the noise. Sometimes we're get into the museum. Now I go. Have a good evening. Cruz turns up, glancing at Brody. Oh, I should be getting back to my business, Cruz says. I just wanted to see who or what was causing all the noise. Sometimes we're get into the museum. Now I go. Have a good evening. Cruz turns on his heel and marches away from the entrance. His footsteps echo off the marble stairs as he ascends to the third floor. Glancing at Brody, the team is visibly shaded. Given how much the man sounds like Benton, it's not hard to see why. Shouts are up downstairs, femur voices like some sort of argument. Exchanging looks with Mel and Brody, you gather they hear it too. The three of you spring into action, sprinting down the marble staircase all the way to the first floor.
Yeah. So here you go. Here we come. Here we go. The fight is beginning.
What is this? Rachel shouts to Checker's face. The two of them are standing in the lobby across from Frank the dinosaur. The security guard has his rifle drawn, and the worried look hangs on his face. Rachel draws her pistol and points it at his head, ready to fire. Blinding white light bleeds through the cracks in the window covers at the front of the building. What is this? Rachel shouts. Tommy is standing at the front doors. One man pulls the insulation blocking the glass aside, and he's peering out through the cracks. Light shines on his face. to engage. Percy is nowhere to be seen. I don't know what's going on. Believe me. Checkers leads with Rachel, still backing towards the wall. I don't believe you, Rachel says between clenched teeth. You've never seen Rachel like this. Loud, intimidating, losing control. Put the gun down. Checkers. No shouts. Mounting down the stairs faster than you were Brody. You reached the first floor just after her. Guys, I think they're aiming for us. Tommy says without moving his gaze from the window. He upswings his rifle. Tommy, get away from the window now. Check radio button. Stop, everyone. Just calm down. Check radio button.
Wow. I don't know how. Actually, there is a huge misunderstanding here. How suppose we clear this is.
Shoot him, Rachel. Check radio button.
No.
What's going on here? Check radio button.
Well, the way we clear this one is. Let's just tell everyone to calm down.
Everyone, just calm down. Okay. Next button. Stop the exodus. Save it. Rachel pauses, then lowers her gun. Is this place under attack? She looks under a window and lifts her head just to peek outside. Seeing she's distracted, Checkers takes the opportunity to tackle her to the ground. Tommy, look out. Logan yells. He runs and dives, shoving Tommy to the floor. The front of the building explodes in a hail of bullets. The deafening thunder of automatic fire and ricochets bounce through the lobby. Glass doors explode into tiny crystals, and the thick insulation floats to the ground and broken shuts. Frank the dinosaur's legs shatter upon contact with a dozen projectiles, and the enormous beast wobbles dangerously on his pedestal, now held aloft only by thin wires running up to the ceiling.
Whoa.
Brody wraps his arms around you and slams you to the floor, forcing all the air out of your lungs. A series of bullets whiz through the space where you stood less than a second ago. Mel screams and staggers, trips over her feet, and topples backward. Bailey, Lena, and Albert brace themselves up against the marble staircase. A sharp scream rings out from one of the three, but in the chaos, the screamer is anyone's guess. And suddenly, as they began, the gunshots cease. Dust, chalk, and smoke float in the churning air. The high-pitched whine beams into your eardrums. You cover your ears with your hands, but the whine persists. Frank the dinosaur creeps, swaying back and forth on the wires from the remaining momentum. His legs have been completely disconnected at the knees. Checker shields Rachel with his body. A bullet hole in his arm is bleeding profusely. He rolls off of a gasping Rachel and clutches his wound with ribbon. And the high-pitched whine beams into your eardrums. You cover your ears with your hands, but the whine persists. Frank the dinosaur creeps, swaying back and forth on the wires from the remaining momentum. His legs have been completely disconnected at the knees. Checker shields Rachel with his body. A bullet hole in his arm is bleeding profusely. He rolls off of a gasping Rachel and clutches his wound with ribbon teeth. Tommy brushes shattered glass off his jacket. The blood is drained from his face, but he appears to be unscathed. The bitter matter of rain now invades the museum through the holes in the building's front wall. Along with the rain, you hear footsteps, the reloading of guns, and voices. Open the door for me, will you? Skelly Bowman says, stern yet unsettlingly giggly. A pair of footsteps bounce up to the front door outside, and the top shakes. An entire door falls inward off its hinges, its remaining glass shattering on the ground. A massive, brutish man with a black buzz cut and a full-face tattoo of a skull stands in the doorway. On his muscular frame, he's wearing a leather jacket with a logo, the Grease Red Mamba Fight Club. Brass knuckles with spiked studs, catch the light on his fists. Next comes a man who met Drake Skelly, the biker who showed up with the junkyard, and had his motorcycle fixed.
Yeah, Red Biker Member Club.
Past him comes a younger, thinner man, no older than 18. He's not wearing a jacket, but has an equal number of colorful tattoos, one of which in bold graffiti letters reads Zizak, a picture of a street racing car curled below the lettering. He steps back behind the doorframe, and a middle-aged woman enters, flanked by a bald man with a long red beard holding a fire axe in one hand, and fondling a holstered revolver at his hip with the other. The woman, who can't be more than 5 feet tall, has long, cherry blonde hair and a sharp, ankle toes. Her left arm, completely sleeveless, bears a red tattoo of a state. That's her, the woman from the convenience store the day when he showed up. That's Delma. Two more bikers file in behind her, a tall, wiry woman holding a shotgun and a similarly tall man in a sleeveless t-shirt holding a sawed-off shotgun. Outside, a dog barks, hungry for a bite, and a horse of unknown size chatters and shouts. Listen up, Delma yells. Her voice rebounds off the marble walls, as though she's everywhere at once. She stands 10 feet away from you and scans the smoky lobby with feral eyes. I didn't want to do this, but you bastards had it coming. You have my people, a brother and sister of our club. Return them to us, along with the mule you stole, and you live. Resist, and we'll kill you. Simple as that. Who's in charge here? Checkers, still clutching his bleeding arm, rises to his feet, grunting in pain. The club leader smiles and draws a pistol from the inside of her jacket. Hold on for a second, you ask, raising your hand toward Delma. He ignores you, raises the pistol, and shoots Checkers once in the head, which whisks from the force of the shot. Blood sprays out as he topples over and falls face first to the museum floor. An electric gas fills the room.
Whoa, this is not good.
Delma wanders closer to you and Brody. I guarantee we know a thing or two about people. The Red Mamba Biker Club has fought rival clubs for decades, and we're no strangers to getting our hands dirty. And said, we'd rather save the ammunition. We'd rather get back to the status quo, open our shop again, and put aside all this needless violence. Her eyes glitter back and forth between you, Brody, and Mel. I can't recall whether we met, she says. I'm Delma. I take it none of you are involved in this nonsense, seeing as you weren't there stealing our mules and lie the other day. Hey, 1 second. I remember you, Briggs says as he points to you. He steps over a fallen piece of wood, his boots crinkling over broken glass. I met you over at Eli's junkyard. You're survivors of Nightfall. These are the ones I was telling you about, Delma. We broke an alliance with them. She laughs, which comes out like a witch's cackle. You don't say? Well then, no need for you to worry about us. If one of our members forges a bond, we stand by it. After we're done dealing with these museum stuff, we'll talk about our future. Maybe even discuss some trade.
Not gonna be so easy.
She steps towards Lena and Gilbert. But you started this. You just had to steal our mule. You and where's the black man? Oh, pardon me, I don't know his name. Percy, Lena says through a low growl out of the corner of her mouth. Sure, Delma says, waving her hand dismissively. Where is he? I know you lost some people when you last met. I intend to spare and should things turn uglier. I hate to see a man lose his family and his life. Should be one or the other, really. He's not here, says Gilbert. Besides him, Bailey lies unmoving, face down on the ground, her baseball bat clutched loosely under her hand. Not here? Delma repeats, raising her eyebrows in surprise. He's dead, Gilbert lies. The creeps got him yesterday. Delma bows her head. I'm sorry to hear that. spies. Unfortunately, I don't believe you. She turns to the two bikers armed with shotguns. Tammy, police, search upstairs. If you find that homeless one, Cruz, I think, kill him for his old tax treachery. Rick Percy to me. You'll find out where they are keeping our people. She looks to the man with the long red beard. Rick, cover these people. Anyone flinches, and you got my permission to shoot them in the kneecap. You glance up at the third floor landing. There, Cruz and Percy are aiming rifles over the balcony railing. You only have seconds to act, so do. Alert Melvin to Percy and Cruz's position. Check radio button.
Well, I'm not going to alert, cause this red, red member biker club is a, sorry to say, it's a scum. So I'm going to shoot at them.
Alert, wait for Percy and Cruz to take the shot. Then don't come against the red members. Check radio button.
We can wait.
Wait, yell for my group. To retreat to the back of the museum lobby. Tell the crew and the museum survivors can settle this themselves. Check radio button.
I can say, I can tell my group to retreat back.
Next button.
Well, I'm going to wait.
Yell, wait for Percy and Cruz to take the shot. Then don't come against the red members.
唔
Check
知啊，
radio
一時
button.
驚你做嘢單啫。
Next button. Percy and Cruz hold their rifles out toward Melvin under hand. Percy holds up a hand with 3 fingers and lowers one weapon target to countdown. When he makes a miss, the two men fire. On the lobby floor, police drop him with a shotgun head, and the bullet strikes a glass case next to Dildo. Dildo's museum masters, she shouts.
現翻最少100
Gunfire erupts from all sides of the museum block. The Red Hammer Biker Club scramble to retreat, diving behind museum displays. They remain far too exposed, but they barrage the museum with gunfire, creating a cloud of smoke in the middle of the area. Gilbert draws a pistol and fires back at them. You can't spot Lena, but she's close in front of you, near a display of some colored political figure. Elma makes it outside with Drake, while the others stay to fight. As the firefight continues, one of Elma's hands, the one she called Grid, squeezes around the metal case and sneaks closer to Gilbert. He uses a second to call Tommy against the glass display of muscles, but remains barely exposed. He's in position to fire Tommy and Clovis. Tammy drops her shotgun over the top of an overturned marble statue, her body in heavy cover. She's aiming at the area where Bailey is hiding.
3點啊！
As the two sides take shots at one another, you
哇！
attack Tammy, the wiry woman with a shotgun who's well hidden behind the stone statue. Check radio button.
I can take out that one.
Attack Rick, the bald man with the red beard. Uncheck radio button.
Uh-huh.
Convince Elman to surrender. I don't want to see any more men today. Uncheck radio button. Next button.
Well, I'm going to aim at this.
Attack Tammy, the wiry woman with a shotgun
Yeah,
who's well hidden
Tanny,
behind
I
the stone
think.
statue. Next button, fire. Act 47. Check radio button.
This time I'm going to use my Springfield.
Act Springfield rifle. Contact. The group. Option 1 of. Next button, zombie exodus. Save David Webb view. You rise up from cover and aim your Springfield rifle at Tammy. She's hidden behind the marble statue, so you're forced to wait for her to pop up before taking a shot. You hold the trigger, hitting her eye on the torso. She flails backward. You can't see over the marble statue, but no one could have survived that shot.
Yep, because Springfield rifle has a massive amount of damage, so no one will ever survive that kind of shot.
Gunfire ranges from both sides as thick smoke covers the middle of the lobby and chips of glass, wood, and stone fly scattered across the floor. Rick pokes his head through the open hole where the front door of the museum used to stand. Then he slides the rifle inside to a member of his team, hidden from your line of sight. From the balcony, automatic gunfire rains down its spurts, coming close to each of the fighters anytime they lift their heads from cover. As soon as the gunfire dies down, Rachel stands up, runs to the back of the lobby, and slides behind the display. Tommy and Cody follow after her. Leave our museum. You have no right to attack us. Gilbert yells from behind the stone column. You imprisoned our people and stole from us. For that, you died. Rick yells back.
反你
Go
做
into the
緊
museum
工
room
啊，
some number.
做
You
嘢
wait
單
for your crew to
啊！
get their attention, and then point to the red members closer to the front of the lobby. When the gunfire quiets down, you take the opportunity to back away from your hiding spot and rush towards the back of the museum. Bailey and Rachel join you.
Yeah.
When you reach a safe spot behind cover, you hear a shout as Rick rushes around the pillar and swings his fire axe at Gilbert. The older man squeals and ducks as the blade slashes into a wooden display stand. Seeing this, Lopez rushes out with his carbine raised and fires. Bullets hit the marble wall in a line toward Rick. 2 holes open on his shoulder, and he cries out in pain. He swings the axe overhead, knocking away Lopez's weapon, and the soldier hip pulls his pistol. Rick charges him, and you hear muffled gunfire. Lopez tumbles to the floor with the large biker on top of him. They wrestle on the floor, and you can't see what's happening. As Rick rises to his knees and lifts the axe, shots fire, and bullets fly into the large man's back. He falls onto his side behind the pillar, and Lopez scrambles behind cover with Gilbert.
Great.
When you reach a safe spot behind cover, you see Rick running into the lobby and ducking behind an antique dresser. He raises a rifle and shoots up at Cruz on the balcony. Seeing this, Lopez rushes out with his carbine, raised and flanks him. You can't see either man behind the dresser. Shots fire into the ceiling of the museum. You hear a struggle, and the dresser tips forward with both men falling on top. Lopez is holding his carbine across Rick's chest, and the biker is struggling to push him off.
Yeah.
Elma leads into the museum with her revolver raised and takes aim. She fires and clips the stock of the carbine. Lopez flinches, and in that moment of distraction, Rick plants his boot on the soldier's chest and shoves. Lopez sprints back, feet leaving the ground, and falls into a cardboard cutout of a Civil War general. Rick tosses the carbine to the side and puts on a pair of spiked brass knuckles.
Whoa.
Rick rushes at him, and Lopez sprints to his feet, yanking a blade from his boot. They circle for position and disappear behind the statue. When they move past it, Lisa Dishak pop out over a glass display case and aim their guns at the soldier. Rick waves at them, and they fire up at the balcony. Rick rushes at him, and you spot Brody moving along the far wall of the. Rick rushes at him, and Lopez sprints to his feet, yanking a blade from his boot. You spot Brody moving along the far wall of the museum, and you move along with him, though far behind. Rick and Lopez continue their dance, switching angles, fainting, and darting in and out. Either wants to attack for mere making a mistake. Brody closes the distance, and from the balcony, Cruz fires down and forces Lisa Dishak back behind cover.
Whoa, great.
Lopez slashes in the air, and the taller man leans away and kicks. The blade passes by his throat, and his boot cracks Lopez's knee. The hit sends him to the ground, and Rick jabs the spiked knuckles into Lopez's shoulder. Your roommate howls in pain and slams his other shoulder into Rick's chest, sending him backward. As he draws back his arm to punch, Brody raises his steel hockey stick and slams it across his back. Rick wobbles and stumbles behind the statue. Lopez limps forward a few feet and puts his arm around Brody. The two men run toward the back of the museum, meeting you halfway.
Great.
You hold out your weapon and fire in the front of the museum. fall above Louise's head, and he ducks out of sight.
Oh, great.
Rachel pops up, turned, and points her pistol over the display. She holds her shot, aiming and watching. Hilma steps into the museum and calls out, Red Mammoth, retreat. The gunfire ceases, and those still alive look on with unease. You look around at the museum survivors, who are all wearing hoods of shot on their faces. Cruz shrugs and stands at the railing of the balcony, his rifle finally lowered. He nods to you, and you nod back. The starting engines of motorcycles reverberate through the lobby of the museum, and as the rumble of their engines fades, you breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, finally the Red Member Biker Club retreats.
X-Bud. You and your group sit on the floor at the base of Frank the Dinosaur as the entire group of remaining museum survivors sit across from you. Cruz is the only one to remain standing, and aims his rifle toward the doorway, now a massive hole. I can't believe this. Look at this place. Have you ever seen anything so messed up? Bill asks. You ever seen Bourbon Street the day after Mardi Gras ends? Gilbert asks. When Mel rolls her eyes at him, he turns to you and says, You saved my life twice today. Once in the forest, and now here at the museum. You have my eternal gratitude. Lena gives a short bow to your group. You saved all our butts. Rachel takes out the magazine, checks it, and slips it back in the handle. I would love to stay and discuss the fight that just happened, possibly over a cup of tea, but I really think we all need to get back to our camp. Are you always this sarcastic? Lena asks. She looks away from Rachel. It's pretty bad outside. You're all welcome to stay here for the night. She gives Lopez a not so subtle smile. He looks back at her and smiles. That's a nice offer. Maybe you've got a bed for me and Tommy, he says and kisses him on the cheek. Let me make you guys some food for your own. Least I can do, Percy says. Brody holds up his meal hockey stick and lays it across his shoulders. Rachel's right. We should get going. The rain looks like it's slowing, and the roads are going to be muddy, at least until we hit the highway.
Yep.
Cruz unslicks his rifle and removes the scope. He walks up to you and places the attachment in your hands. What's this, you ask him? For saving our skins. Now get out. We have a body to bury. That's it? After everything that's happened, you ask. Rachel joins your side. I never repeat myself, Cruz says, a shadow darkening under his brow. Brody tries to say goodbye to Belle, but she won't look anyone in the eye. Instead, she stands over Checker's corpse. She steps over to Belle to give her a hug. Percy takes out a plastic bottle filled with dark brown liquid, takes a drink, and pours a bit on the floor next to the corpse. Gilbert walks up to you and says, Goodbye, my friend. Thanks for your help, at least for bringing me back here in one piece. So goodbyes are exchanged between your group and the museum survivors. You and your companions gather your gear and leave through the broken entryway without another word. Rain still drizzles across the land, and thunder rolls in the distance.
Yeah, I doubt we will come back here some days in the future chapters. I don't know.
Just outside, Jude stops under a canopy of trees and looks to the cloudy sky. As you step closer to him on the way to the tram car, he says, What do I do now? You're free to go. Good luck to you, Jude. Check your radio button.
Okay, this I don't even know who Jude is. I remember the other one also called Jude, which is the sniper at the top of the convenience store when we go and scavenge at chapter 7. But sure not, because I already killed that one. I don't know who I mean, maybe there's another person that has same name or anything else, I don't really know. This person called Jude, but I'm going to invite him into our group, at least.
You'll need to go. Good luck to you, Jude. You can go and never come back here. If you return, I'm sure the museum survivors will kill you. Uncheck radio button. You're free and you can join our group if you want to. Uncheck radio button.
Let's go.
The group, option 1 of 3. Next button. Zombie Exodus. Jude winks rapidly, his eyes unfocused. I can join your group. Aye. Overhearing the conversation, Rachel steps over to you and says in a low whisper, We didn't discuss this. Do you really want to mentally disturb killer joining us? We can discuss it later. For now, trust me. She breathes a deep sigh and walks away. If you're serious, hell yes, I want to join your group. I got nowhere else to go, Jude says.
Yep.
Your group walks toward the tram car through the muddy path, and all you can think about is home again. That's what you call the junkyard now. Home. Next button. You ride the aerial tram back to the junkyard, taking a certain you didn't know existed. If you ever choose to go back to the museum, this will be an easy ride. Based on your relationship with the museum survivors, you might want to trade or work toward an alliance.
Yep.
When you reach the end of the elevated train line, your group exits, hurrying over the hill towards home. As the junkyard appears in the distance, Rachel hurries ahead to signal those on watch to open the gates. Once inside, you and Rachel share the details about your trip to the museum with the rest of the survivors. After the debriefing, you give James the cheeseburger you took from the museum. He gives you a big hug, then takes a huge bite of the sandwich and thanks you for thinking of him. Next chapter button.
Well, that is the end of chapter 10. Yeah, we do it in one piece at least. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything about chapter 10. I already showed you, right? So, we are entering the final zone of the game, which is chapter 11 and 12. I will try to start the constant battle as soon as I can, because next Monday I will have to go back to school. I have to go back to my dormitory, and you guys have to wait about also a month before I can go back and continue my content. But at least this Zombie Exodus Safe Haven playthrough will not going to bother me anymore. So yeah, at next vacation it won't bother me anymore. So well, thanks guys for stay tuned and watch my video till the end. Hope you guys stay safe and take care of yourself, take care of your health in this world. You know, there's so many diseases that, you know, spread around the world, like influenza and COVID and those kind of things. So yeah, I do hope you stay safe and take good care of your own health. And of course, if you have family members, don't forget to love each other. And I'll see you next. I will see you in the next video, maybe tomorrow, but I will upload it in Saturday morning. Well, we'll see, because we are almost the end of the game. So yeah, that's pretty much about everything today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.